What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. So on Saturday, I told you why the Raptors should draft Jalen Suggs. But what if, by some chance, Evan Mobley fell to the Raptors at number 4? It would then be a no-brainer for the Raptors to select Mobley, right? Now, before you say, Luca, there's no chance of that happening, don't be so quick to say that, because I'm going to tell you in today's video how Evan Mobley could in fact fall to number 4 where the Raptors are picking. Still a lot of uncertainty, a lot is on the table, so we are gonna dive into it. Before I get into today's video, do me a solid favor, guys, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm a ton and helps this channel a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. YouTube tells me that a lot of you are watching my content but aren't subscribed. Please make sure you click that big red subscribe button if you haven't already. Plus ring the bell. We were so close to 24K. Let's hit it. Go and follow me on social media. Comment with your thoughts down below. And lastly, consider becoming a channel member today by hitting that join button for custom perks and emojis. Okay, so the only thing that I think is pretty certain at this point is that the Pistons will draft Cade Cunningham at number 1. But who knows? Things can change between now and then. But I'm just going to say Cade goes number 1, guaranteed, for the sake of this video. Then, we could have some scenarios play out with numbers 2 through 4. Let's first start with the team that is expected to pick number 2, the Houston Rockets. Will they go with Evan Mobley, who is regarded as the best prospect in this draft, not named Cade Cunningham? As of right now, the Rockets do look like the favorites to select Evan Mobley. With Kelly Olynyk hitting free agency, the idea of putting Mobley at center and Christian Wood, who had a really good season at power forward, seems like the right move for the Rockets. However, Houston isn't necessarily sold on its backcourt. Kevin Porter Jr. did have some nice moments last year, but is Houston willing to commit to him long term? And the Rockets could also try and move John Wall, who doesn't fit their rebuild. So the Rockets could look at a guy like Jalen Green, who has tremendous offensive upside as a star prospect, and they could say, we want to build around him. As a matter of fact, in my mock draft that I dropped on Thursday, I actually have Jalen Green going to the Rockets, because I believe since the Rockets did trade James Harden, they're going to be looking for a guard player who they could hope turns into a star player, and that's exactly what, Jalen Green could be. Jalen Green, he's got a lot of promise. He's a good young player, the best scorer, the best offensive player in this draft. So I think the Rockets could, maybe draft Green here and pass up on Mobley. So if that happens, then we go to the number 3rd pick of the 2021 NBA draft, which belongs to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who first need to address what's going to happen with Jarrett Allen. Allen is currently a restricted free agent, and it looks like he is going to earn a contract somewhere around the $100 million mark. While they could simply just let Allen walk and draft Mobley here, it will be hard to believe that they would let Allen go after trading for him and after the type of season that he had. Jarrett Allen is a very good young big man. Also, making things extra juicy in all of this is that Cleveland has reportedly begun exploring trade options for Colin Sexton. Sports Illustrated's Jeremy Woo reported. He said this: there's a belief around the league that Cleveland prefers to move on from Sexton rather than signing him to a deal that would greatly inhibit their flexibility moving forward. The Cavs hold the number 3 pick in the draft and could end up selecting another guard, which could further expedite the process of a trade, end quote. So then, if the Cavs want to go with a guard in this position, they would select Jalen Suggs, assuming Green goes to the Rockets. So then, if all that happens, that would create a massive shakeup, and the Raptors could be sitting at number 4, staring right at Evan Mobley, the best big man in the draft. And this would undoubtedly be the perfect fit for the Raptors based on need, as the Raptors need a big man. I said it countless times that I would love if the Raptors drafted Mobley, but I didn't think he'd be available at number 4. And for all we know, he probably won't be available at 4. But going based on all the scenarios that I just broke down for all of you, Mobley could fall, which would be huge for the Raptors. And the last time the Raptors did have the 4th overall pick in the NBA draft, they did select a big, and his name was Chris Bosh, and he went on to have a pretty good career for the Raptors. And then if Mobley doesn't fall to the Raptors, then as I suggested in my last video, the Raptors would then get to select Jalen Suggs, and this would be the obvious pick. From my perspective, I'd rather go Suggs than some of the other guys like a Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, or Keon Johnson. And then there's also the possibility if Green somehow falls too, but we're not going to get into that in today's video. So a lot remains on the table, and nothing right now seems certain. The only thing I would put as close to certain is that Cade Cunningham goes number 1. If that doesn't happen, then all things are going to hit the fan. But we will see how things go down the stretch here. But that's essentially how the Raptors could get lucky and draft Evan Mobley at number 4. And that's how Evan Mobley could fall. If Cade Cunningham goes to the Pistons at number 1, the Rockets, instead of going for a big, because they got Christian Wood, they go with a guard, selecting Jalen Green. The Cavaliers, not sold on Sexton. If they trade him, they maybe want to, get another guard to pair alongside with Garland. They go after Jalen Suggs, and then that would mean the Raptors would have Evan Mobley right there for the taking. So I would be super excited if things played out like this, because Evan Mobley is the best pick for the Raptors based on need. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. The Raptors need a big man. Evan Mobley is the best big on this draft board, and he is the second best prospect behind Cade Cunningham. So he is a big-time player. I believe he is going to be a good player in the NBA, a great player in the NBA even. And, yeah, I like what I saw from Mobley, during his college run. And I've been saying Mobley to the Raptors for the longest time. So if the Raptors do get lucky and Mobley falls, snag him up, because you're going to be happy with that pick, Raptors. But anyways, guys, there's a lot of things to, speculate here. A lot of exciting stuff. This offseason is going to be wild. The draft's going to be exciting. What do you think of all this? What do you think of the likelihood of the Raptors getting Mobley if Mobley falls? Would you put it at over 50%, or do you think there's no shot? Because do you think, the Cavaliers, Rockets, or Pistons, if they pass up on Cade, will select Mobley? Let me know what you think, but I just pretty much laid it out how Evan Mobley could fall to the Raptors at number 4. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel on your way out. Ring the bell. I'm going to be coming out with more content next week. We got the conference finals coming to an end, the NBA finals in the rearview mirror, and then, of course, all this draft stuff that I'm going to be bringing you, up to date. A lot of ideas, a lot of videos surrounding the draft, and specifically the Raptors draft, and what they should do with the 4th overall pick. Go check out my latest videos if you want to keep up to date on some of the other stuff that I posted, and that's it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to me. And until next time, be great and stay blessed. Peace out.